Big Ten Women's Volleyball is presented by Pure Silk Shave Cream. For legs like Pure Silk, try Pure Silk in 7 great fragrances. Covered University Park, Pennsylvania. 3 different freshmen between these two teams are seeing snow for the very first time. Coming out of the state of California and also out of Texas, they've never experienced snowfall, and they got it in October. And of course, the fans in Happy Valley enjoying the Halloween weekend. Limbo in Rec Hall.
That looks like a lot of fun. Wow.
Of course, coming up on Wednesday, another phenomenal battle in the Big Ten Conference. It's Illinois and Purdue at 8 p.m. Eastern, presented by Pure Silk. The Illini, they're going to look to bounce back after falling to Minnesota, and the Boilermakers are going to try to build that RPI as they look to the NCAA tournament and get a win over a top 10 opponent. Of course, Penn State and Nebraska both hoping to knock off a top 10 team tonight. Micah Hancock served so well in set number 1. They want to see her get going again, and Hannah Worth did a nice job in set 3.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for Hancock to show that second attack, you know, when the ball comes up to her. And instead of setting the ball, she swings hard with that left swing of hers, left-handed swing. So she has not shown that yet. I wonder if that's going to come up here in the 4th set.
We'll see if Penn State can end this match in set number 4, or are we in store for another 5-set affair between these two programs? We talk about the last 2 meetings going to 5 sets. In 2008, what arguably could be considered one of the best matches in the history of collegiate volleyball. In 08, in Omaha, Nebraska at the Quest Center, Penn State went up 2-0. Nebraska fought their way back, forced a 5th set, and then Penn State won and went on to win that national title, their 2nd in that streak that they've had. McClendon this time gets the kill. Other thing about that match, it was the highest attendance in the history of women's volleyball with over 17,000 on hand.
Yeah, I love watching video of that, and I love watching video of this kid crank the ball. Hancock really doing a good job of saving that ball that was heading over the net. So no athletic play there by Penn State setter.
Penn State did not start well in set 4. Huskers go to Mancuso. Grant gets it over, but a chance now for the Cornhuskers. Worth from the back row. Hancock to Slay. Another chance, but it's blocked. Good decision by Nia Grant to let it go.
It was Worth that had the hitting error. It's a broken play, and typically Nebraska does very well with broken plays. All hitters are ready to go, and Cook decides who she wants to set at the very last minute, but that time an error.
Over to Mancuso, stopped!
Tight and inside is the kiss of death for an outside hitter. Take a look at this. Non-setter touching the ball. The ball you're going to see was almost set on top of the net, and that is truly the kiss of death for a hitter. Unless you can jump over top or jump high enough to hit over top of the block. And that time Mancuso not able to deliver.
You can't jump over that 6'6" block of Katie Slay. Over to Scott, stopped now by Wilberger for the Huskers.
Wilberger, again, wasn't a starter here in this match, has come alive, and I think Cook has been keeping Tramer on the bench to go in for Cook and be that front row block for Cook should he need it. So a lot of options here for Nebraska.
Wilberger has not started. Tough serve by the Huskers, but she still is 6 on the team in blocks. Looking for another one there. McClendon with another chance. Longo, back to McClendon, finally gets it cross court.
Oh, she had to work for that one. 3 attacks in that rally, 2 being blocked. Nicely covered by Penn State's defense. Longo putting the ball nice and high, allowing McClendon to get a big approach. Nice, strong cross-court shot.
Now Micah Hancock, who has 5 service aces again. Cook to Brookheis. Looking for that all-important side out. It flips over. Hannah Worth gets it. Russ Rose wanted a call. I think he might have wanted a lift there called against Nebraska, but Worth able to save it.
Yeah, this is what hustle gets you right here. A nice heads-up play. Look at that ball trickling right over the net. Impossible for Penn State to get up, and Rose is really upset about the no call.
so fortunate for Nebraska. It looked as if it was just going to go into the net, but it trickles over and falls down. Russ Rose, though, having a conversation with Dan Hauser, one of the officials in this match. He can't believe the call, and of course, Ali Longo as well, talking to the up official, Michael Blaylock. Fans not happy with it. They will not change that call, so it's a 4-2 lead for Penn State, and Hauser gives that point to Nebraska. So a dispute here between the coaches and the officials.
Yeah, you can really hear the fans just getting so upset too.
They know the margin there. That's a 2-point swing. Penn State could have been up 5-1. Over to McClendon, who's able to rally the ground.
Man, McClendon got all of that, didn't she? Boy, she made the refs look at that hit and say, hey, the ball doesn't lie. Usually when there is a no call or a bad call, we say the ball doesn't lie because the team that complains generally gets the point. McClendon made sure that her team got that point.
13 kills now for Deja McClendon to lead all hitters. Brookheist taps it over. Longo with a good dive. McClendon back row. And Cuso now for the back row gets the touch and the point.
Once again, Nebraska out of system and gets the point. Mancuso being aggressive and getting that ball that's just put high in the middle of the court and swinging big.
Into the net, McClendon can't send over that free ball. An error of the Nittany Lions, 5-4 in set 4. Russ can't stand to see those kind of hits.
No, it's really disappointing when you work so hard and you know you have to work so hard to get points. All you want to do is put a free ball over and block and dig for a point.
Tapped over, they're going to whistle against Hannah Work for reaching over. You have to let part of the ball cross the plane of the net. She did not that time.
Yeah, you really want to be aggressive as a server, but you got to let the setter set the ball. So here you're blocking the setter, you're reaching over as she is setting the ball, and that's a violation.
Cook goes to Delaney. Longo with the set to Scott. And Scott will get the point. Worth heading into the Nebraska bench. She couldn't get to it.
Well, smart move by Russ Rose. He's got Dorton in, and he moved her to the right side to get some activity from Scott on the left side. So players moving around, you see that ball that goes high off the blocker's hands is so hard for Nebraska's backcourt to track down.
First kill for Ariel Scott since set 2. She was very quiet in set 3. Longo with the bump set, looking for Scott again. Into the net. No touch. We're going to call 4 contacts. It did not go over. So that goes against Nebraska.
Nebraska regrouping here, the team getting together, trying to change the momentum. Need a timeout in order to do so.
8-4 lead in set number 4. Penn State on top. BTN introduces BTN Live Big, our initiative to recognize and inspire the community service efforts of Big Ten fans. To live big is to find a cause that you're passionate about and to do something about it. For more information, go to btnlivebig.com to find out how you can do more. BTN Live Big, act, serve, inspire. Deja McClendon living big in this match for the Nittany Lions. She's come alive in set number 4, has Penn State on top 5-4.
Yeah, she has really come alive, like you said. She had a magical freshman season, but has been up and down. But so far in this match, especially in this set, she is getting it done. And you see how excited her team is to see the old Deja back on the court tonight.
13 kills for Deja McClendon with 3 blocks. Cook over to Delano. Huskers look to her again, and she gets a big kill.
When you have speed in your hitters, you can run a fast offense like this. So Delano showing her athleticism and quick feet. And again, she's beating the block. She's getting to the point of attack and finding no block in front of her.
Assistant for Penn State, Dorton into the block. Hancock back set to Jordan with the tap and the kill.
And Jordan, again, we talk about how much energy she has out there. Gets blocked on the first play. She knows that her defense is back. Knows that there's perhaps a slower player in the right back area of the court and tips it just perfectly over top of the block so that she challenges that right back player.
Side to Delano again. Good up, but a free ball chance now for the Huskers. Cook to work, swing, but into the net. Okay, Penn State, the block looked as if it might clip the net, but a block for Penn State.
Yeah, and Nia, look at that save. And then the free ball goes over, but Nia Grant really showing some great lateral movement here. Speed to the outside. I don't think that ball really crossed the point of the net.
Burkheis out of system, sends over the free ball. Hancock on two, out of play, looking for the touch, won't get it.
Well, I was waiting for Hancock to attack the ball, but I certainly wasn't expecting that. She's usually money when she decides to swing on the ball. That time she decided to go with a tip, a power tip at that, but she sailed that one long.
10-6 lead in set 4 for Penn State. They lead the match 2-1. Direct call in University Park, Pennsylvania. Hancock to Dorton. Another tap from Dorton. Mancuso. Great dive and save by Carpenter, but Mancuso takes advantage of the overpass.
Well, tip for 10. Mancuso sends a tip over. And then a great defensive get by Penn State. Look at that. There you see that overpass kill by Mancuso. It wasn't perfect. It hit the top of the tape, but nonetheless, the point goes to Nebraska.
12 kills for Mancuso now. Cook goes to Delano. Longo with another good dig. Dorton this time, strong swing off the block. Over to Burkheis. Carpenter with the set. Back row from McClendon. Finds that back line.
Well, when you've got Carpenter in the backcourt, not only is she a good defensive player, but she can take the second ball and set it on the money. Here you see she's going to take the ball and lead her hitter, Deja McClendon, with that back row attack. So nice set by the former setter, Kristen Carpenter.
Delano. Gonzalez with a good up. Grant in the middle, out of play.
Grant had a great opportunity to swing for a point. Sailed that one wide on the left side. You got to keep going strong. If you're a middle attacker, you got to sell the fact that you are going to get the set. If you're Micah Hancock, you've got to make good decisions at this point. You really need to set the hitters that are hot and not the ones that are not.
We talked about earlier in the match how important airs would be on Penn State's side, but both teams high air tonight. 24 airs for Nebraska, 20 now for Penn State. So when both of the teams have a lot of airs, it's not quite as bad for Penn State, considering how much they struggled with those airs. Carpenter. McClendon tapping down.
Well, she really disguised that tip, and that's what I liked about it. It was a perfect set. A lot of rookie outside hitters tip only on bad sets. This time you see that she has her arm back, and she really doesn't drop her elbow until the very last moment. So a nice, smart shot by Deja McClendon.
To Wilberger, tools the block.
Well, Wilberger has been a super sub for Nebraska. She has come in and has really contributed offensively. She's faced with one block here, goes high off the hands. So again, it's so nice when you've got a bench with a 6'1" middle blocker, a senior at that, to provide that leadership and offense that you need at a crucial time in the match.
Clendon again. Cook. Sent over by Burkheis. Good decision there. She gets it out of reach of a diving Dominique Gonzalez.